Hello, everyone. Sorry, I have to make some adjustments here. Welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution, or welcome back if you are a regular viewer. So today, this is our reading for the full moon in Aquarius, which happens on August 9th. So just 2 days before Mercury stations direct, and just the day after the Lionsgate portal. And we still have 5 planets retrograde. We also have Chiron, the wounded healer, retrograde. So in this reading, we will pull cards for every sign as to how this full moon is, what you can expect for your personal sign in the full moon. Now remember, this is for sun, moon, and rising. So if your sun, moon, and rising are all 3 different signs, I would suggest listening to all of them. This way you can get a full, complete picture. And as always, I have my notes. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. How is everyone doing? Hopefully, you're having a great day, a great summer. So, let's get into our reading for the full moon in Aquarius. So we know traditionally full moons are about releasing. The moon is full. It is big. It is bright in the sky. And it is meant, just like the sun, right, to illuminate. And full moons will illuminate the areas of our life that we've outgrown, the things that are no longer needed, and the things that's time to say goodbye to. So during the new moon, we can plant seeds for new beginnings, right? So this full moon in Aquarius, right, is about releasing old belief systems, and things, situations, and people that no longer fit into your life, right? This is about a new evolution we're going through. And Aquarius is the planet of rebellion and innovation, right? The age of Aquarius, right, is a rebellious stage, not necessarily a bad rebellion, right? But when the constructs of your personal life or a society no longer fit, then we have to, break through, because we always need to listen to our inner self. So again, on August 9th, we have the full moon in Aquarius. So again, breaking free from the things that no longer fit, but also like balancing what you need for your personal self and how you can balance that with the need for your community. Because we're all about community, and although it feels globally like communities are being pulled apart, there's a much deeper element at work. So globally, it's being exposed where the fear lies. And once we expose the fear, then we can start to come together to work for ourselves and what gifts that we have to help to build our community to make it a better place. And that's going to play out globally till 2033. So we won't touch the whole thing here, but that's just a little aspect of it. So we all have unique qualities about ourselves, right? So this full moon will bring about, revelations. We're going to, again, breaking free from societal expectations. Especially for those of us who were raised to be pleasing and to say yes, even when we don't want to. So a lot of this rebellion we see globally is about an ancestral lineage of being repressed. And so now we're starting to break free from that. And this full moon will start to highlight some of these things. So, and again, it's happening during the Mercury retrograde, just 2 days before Mercury stations direct and in the Lionsgate portal. So any changes that happen now, especially in the Lionsgate portal is about infinity, right? Anything we do now will carry on for decades into our future. So, yeah, can you hear? I have a baby mockingbird outside. So he's singing out there. So I would try to get very clear as to where you want your life to go. And anything that you're doing that is not aligned with where you want your life to go will start to peel away. So let's not focus on what we don't want, Let's start to focus on where we do want to go, even if it's the complete opposite of where you're at. And you'll see things will start to automatically fall away. So let me see here. Okay, so again, this is going to highlight whatever conflicts we have about our personal desires and societal demands. Now, societal demands are not necessarily things that we have to answer to, but we do live in community. So we always want to be cognizant and aware of what we're doing to make sure that we're not causing pain or distress to anyone or anything, right? But our path really, this is focusing our path on encouraging us to be authentic to ourselves. And by being authentic to yourself, you're serving your community. So again, this also is happening during the Mercury retrograde phase. So yeah, this is going to, for some of you, you're going to be looking at finances and your self-worth. So don't be surprised if there's some meltdowns happening, some personal meltdowns happening, and that's fine. The meltdowns are meant to purge emotions and stress and tension from your body. So let's get right into our readings. The Light Series deck. Yes, my allergies are kicking in today. And we'll go right into Aries. Hello, Aries. Happy full moon in Aquarius. I believe like it's August already. Like this year, it's going quickly. Very, very quickly. So let's see what this full moon in Aquarius holds for our Aries friends. We'll pull probably 3 cards for each sign. Unless if more cards want to come out, or less cards, right? Okay, Aries. 9 of Cups, self-fulfillment. 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. So, Aries, good things, right? Celebration, finally being recognized for the work that you're doing, right? Because the 7 of Pentacles, the rewards are coming. You've done a lot of work either on yourself or in your job. And if you don't quite see the fruit of your labor yet, right? It's going to be recognized in a big way. You almost, I think you're going to surprise yourself, Aries, as to how much personal growth. I'm going to lean into the personal growth because this is what the full moons are all about. The Hierophant. Knowing that there's more about yourself to learn, and you're ready to learn that. You're ready to kind of lean in to the unexpected and to the things that you cannot see happening, right? The things behind the scene or the belief behind the belief. So if you don't have a spiritual practice, and that's okay, you don't have to. But there's still some knowing starting to come forward that, I feel some guidance from something or somewhere. You have would be indicative of the North Star guiding you. So there's an external influence guiding you, saying it's okay. So if you've been worried about money or anything, like it's all going to be okay, Aries. Everything is going to come into fruition, and you're going to be like, finally. It's a really good month for you, Aries. Embrace the spotlight. Embrace the spotlight because you are in it. So that is Aries. And we'll go into Taurus. Good morning, or hello, Taurus. It's morning where I'm at as I'm filming. But, yeah, whenever you're watching this, hello, Taurus. How are you? Let's see what this full moon in Aquarius, right? This age of Aquarius, a little rebellion, although that's not necessarily a Taurus. Taurans are not necessarily rebellious. Aquarius, yes. Taurus, no. But let's see what this holds for Taurus. And on the root, you have the Hierophant on the root of your deck. Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Aries just had the 7 of Pentacles, right? So it's not going to take long for you to see the result of what you've been doing. And again, another very spiritual card. The Hierophant is on the bottom. The Queen of Cups. Allow yourself to be in a space of receiving. Poor little bird. He's been out there for days. He's fine. There's water and food out there for him. Allow yourself to be open to the space of receiving. And once you allow yourself to receive from others, then everything starts to open up for you. You start to see, there's something like a panoramic view, whatever that means for you, Taurus. And some of you will probably know what that is. You have the 4 of Pentacles. So some of you may feel a little guarded, as if like this is too good to be true. This is one of those times where it actually is true for you, Taurus. You've got a lot of great things coming your way. You're leaning into acceptance, not necessarily rebellion, but you are open to the fact that there's an evolutionary phase happening for you. And again, look at this. I love this 8 of Pentacles. She's like got her little magic happening. She got her candles, her books. She's got her plants there, you know, her little plant here. So you're learning to work with the other elements, kind of like playing nice together. Again, doing the thing that's right for you and incorporating that with what's best for your community. So by allowing yourself to grow, that is what is good for your community, Taurus. So that is our Taurus. And again, hopefully that has been a little helpful. And we will go into Gemini. Hello, Gemini. Happy Aquarius Full Moon. Aww. Let's see what this holds for our Aquarian friends. Our Gemini friends. Magician. And that card just popped out. Major Arcana, right? So, alchemizing. What are you creating for yourself? Here we go. Magician, 8 of Cups, King of Swords. So far, everyone's had Major Arcanas. What do you have on the root of your deck? 3 of Swords. What are you creating for yourself, Gemini? I get the idea or the feeling. It's never an idea. It's always a feeling. That you're starting to move back to you. Back to the things that are right for you. And for some of you, it's not inspiration, but there's a sense of energy, like you've been missing you for a long time and you're in a rush to get back. What has happened, or what to make you feel or think that you are less than or not deserving? And I know the 3 of Swords is the heartbreak card traditionally. I generally take this card as, what thoughts have you been feeding to yourself, or that you've been accepting from others, that led you to believe things should be one way, but they're really another way? I think some of this is self-imposed. And now you're starting to realize, wait a minute, I've kept me, there's a lot of noise out there today. I've kept me from myself long enough. I'm finally starting to realize that maybe I need to kind of take a solo journey for a while. And that could be from relationships, or that could be from you're moving away from the thoughts from your hurtful thoughts. You're starting to move back to you, and in that, you may be in a little bit of a rush. So just take your time, Gemini. Try not to rush or let the, because you have Knight of Swords and Three of Swords. So it's all about, those are all about your thoughts ultimately. But allow yourself to take in the lesson of what you're learning right now. Let's not be in too much of a rush, but let's be excited about the journey forward back to you, because ultimately the Magician is all about alchemizing and creating. So what future are you creating for yourself, Gemini? And how can this full moon in Aquarius, this is a little rebellious full moon, how can it help you get there? So that is our Gemini friends. We'll go into Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Happy full moon in Aquarius. Oh, little birdie. He is fine. I have water and food out there, but still. Cancer, 2 cards fall out right away for you. So let's see what this full moon holds for our Cancerian friends. 9 of Cups. Oh, the Lovers on the bottom. Major Arcana. Let's see what we have. 6 of Pentacles. Judgment. Look at this. Breaking free. 6 of Pentacles is generally a card of generosity. I wonder for some of our Cancerian friends if you've been overly generous. If you've been overly generous. And I don't think financially, I think I'm feeling emotionally you've been really overly generous, and you're starting to fill your own cup back up. Right? Judgment. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Judgment card, there's the Archangel above with the Horn of Zion, right? And there are people standing up, and there's coffins, and it looks like they're rising from the grave. And the coffins represent the past, their past life. And the people rising up represents moving towards their future. Setting themselves free from the limitations of their past, I should say, moving towards your future. And this is exactly what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to break free. I don't know if this is a relationship with someone else, or if you're learning to embrace yourself. But there's a lot of love here. You're allowing yourself to be filled up. You have a very generous heart and very generous spirit. You're not giving that up. But you're also learning that some of that has to come inward as well, Cancer. Well, look at the Lovers. And I always point this out, that she does have a little Sagittarius, right, on her shoulder. Just saying. A little heat, a little passion coming your way, possibly. So, Cancer, that is your reading for this new full moon in Aquarius. So let me know how that works for you. All right? Let's go to Leo. Hello, my Leo friends, and happy belated birthday to my friend VG. Her birthday was on the 3rd. Yeah, Leo's great. My son-in-law is actually born on the Lionsgate portal. Yeah. Very lucky day. For so many reasons, right? Obviously lucky for our family. But just astrologically, one of the luckiest days of the year. So Leo, what does this full moon in Aquarius hold for you? 2 of Swords, High Priestess. I love these major arcanas coming out. Let's see. So the divine counterpart for the High Priestess. 3 of Swords. The divine counterpart for the High Priestess is the Hierophant. And there he is. Funny how I said that, and all of a sudden the Hierophant came out. 2 of Swords, High Priestess. 3 of Wands, Hierophant. So I feel like you, Leos, you've been taking your time to make a decision, making sure it's the right decision or that it feels right within you. As soon as you make that decision, you're going to know it's the right decision. Now, without obviously, doing a reading with you, I don't know which decision you're looking at or whether this has anything to do with it. Once you make your decision, you're automatically going to know, this was the right thing. But you're taking your time now. You're kind of really weighing things out. Maybe a little over-analyzing. And maybe lean a little more into your inner guidance, your intuition. But as soon as you make your decision, right away, the intuition opens up. You're getting all this information. And the dreams that you had are going to start to... It's like you're automatically going to be able to start planning your steps forward. So if you have so maybe you want to go on a vacation and you're not quite sure where you want to go or how you're going to do it, as soon as you make your decision, all of a sudden it's going to become very clear where you're going, how you're getting there, when you're going to go. There's a divine download for you. Again, these are the divine counterparts. The High Priestess is the divine counterpart to the Hierophant. They are the male and female hierarchy of the God source intuitive connection. Sorry. You have a lot, Leo. You have a lot of energy guiding you. You have a lot of spiritual awarenesses coming your way. Some of your beliefs are going to be, maybe this is even about your belief system, right? If there's been a challenge as to what you knew or what you believed and where you're moving towards. This could also be around that. And notice how these three cards all have very similar colors and they're pinks and fuchsias. And this card is a little more on the darker, unknown side, right? So for some of you, this could be a very spiritual event. Like, oh, yes, this served me until this point. Now I'm evolving to this. Wherever it is, Leo, you're going far and you have this really great, this beautiful North Star guiding you. Again, the North Star might be the theme of this, right? Because that indicates the North Star. You pulled wands, right? Fire, heat, passion, energy, clarity. So, Leo, let me know, where are you going? I love this. You got the ultimate divine counterparts, for sure. Okay, let's go into Virgo. Hello, Virgo. How are you? Happy full moon in Aquarius. Let's see what this holds for our Virgo friends. And Virgo, I have to double check to be sure, but I believe Virgo has 2 new moons this year. I have to double check to make sure I'm right, but I think and two full moons would be in the same month are considered a blue moon. 2 new moons are considered black moons. They're much more rare than full moons. I will double check that for you, Virgo. But let's see what Aquarius season holds for our Virgo friends. And we'll take one more, if you can see them. And on the root, 4 of Swords, a time to take a break. But let's see. Again, 9 of Cups has been a very popular card today. So take that, although Aquarius is an air sign. It's never, again, Aquarians can be like a little rebellious, right? But this is also a card of freedom. So you have 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups. So Four of Swords on the bottom. So I think this is a very active time for our Virgo friends. You've done a lot. Okay, so some of you, this is a vacation or an unexpected trip coming up. It's something that's, I get the feeling this is something that's it's not necessarily planned, but it's something you've had in the back of your mind. Whether this is a physical vacation trip or whether you are moving on to something new in your life, that's a little, not unexpected, but a little unknown. It's like you're not afraid of the journey forward, whatever shifts or changes you are making. Because ultimately, you're moving to freedom, self-fulfillment, love. So if this is learning to love yourself, you're learning also to sit with yourself, to take breaks when you need it. I love how this heart is on the outside of her. So she's not being overrun by her emotions, but where she's emotionally depleted, she's allowing those spaces to be filled. Wherever it is you're going to, Virgo, you're going to a place that's a little more peaceful than what you've been living. The foundation has already been brewing under the surface. I don't get the feeling that this is something that you've been like actually planning. I think this has been something in the background for a long time, and they're just starting to happen. Like when the time is right, things just start to move. Virgo, you have to let me know where you're going though. This seat is very interesting for me because this is a little unended, but we'll see. Okay, Libra. Again, Virgo, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know. Libra, High Priestess comes out right away, falls right out. A lot of these, Two of Swords. Beautiful. Okay. Very close to what we just pulled for our Gemini friends. Not our Gemini friends, our Leo friends. So High Priestess, Two of Swords. Let's see what else comes out for our Libra friends. So at first glance, this looks like not quite trusting your intuition, but let's see what it pulls out. Two of Pentacles. There's choices to be made. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups. High Priestess and Two of Swords right away comes as not trusting your intuition or being disconnected from your intuition. Five of Cups. So there's been disappointment. But I don't know that the disappointment is from you or from your intuition, or if it's from disappointment from your expectations or wants or needs from others. You've got some choices to make. And, you know, sometimes we can try to make choices or try to balance things out. But in the process of trying to balance out anything, whether it's work, life, decisions, the balance can get really heavy if we don't decide to drop one of the things we're trying to balance out. Maybe there's too much going on your plate right now. And maybe your intuition is trying to guide you and you can't hear it or you can't see it. I'm almost wondering if there's a fear of losing something or someone. Let one of the balls down. You don't have to carry everything, Libra. If your intuition is talking to you, take a moment, because you have underneath of that the Ten of Cups. So things are going to be okay, but you don't have to balance everything at once. Take one thing at a time. If there has been disappointment or disillusion, or someone hasn't been completely honest with you in the way that you think that they should be or feel that they should be, everything is going to work out. Let yourself, though, let go of some sense of responsibility. These Two of Pentacles, it could be also balancing your responsibilities. Maybe you're taking on a lot of responsibilities that you don't need to be taking on right now. Your intuition is very strong. Let it guide you. We'll see. Libra, let me know how that works for you. Yeah. Some of these things feel like there is some uncertainty happening, right? And maybe it's because the answers are not quite ready to come through, but they will. Don't worry. Scorpio, how is our Scorpion friends? Let me do a big reshuffle here. How is Scorpio today? How is the summer treating our Scorpion friends? It's very noisy outside today. I'm trying to pick a day where there's not, like the lawn people are not here and everything else is coming in. That's okay. Scorpio. What does this full moon in Aquarius hold for our Scorpion friends? Right, what are you changing and transmuting? What are you breaking free from? Right? Or what secrets? Right? Scorpio is always the keeper of secrets. Knight of Cups. A little romance. Is there a crush? So, Scorpio, do you have a crush on someone? Or is someone crushing on you? Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, right? Aces are always new opportunities actually being given to us. But the thing with new opportunities is we actually have to take steps to bring them forward. So Scorpio, I think there's a love connection for our Scorpion friends. You have Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, and Queen of Cups. The most romantic Knight in the deck, right? Actually, probably the most romantic card in the deck. Not necessarily the lovers. People think that is. Right? But look, he's taken his time. He's got the flowers. He's got the blanket. He's got a little love note here. Right? See that? So if this is you or somebody that you know, like Scorpio, there's love coming in for Scorpio, or Scorpio is allowing their emotions and their feelings to be revealed. And they're not afraid. They're not afraid of their emotions. They're allowing them to flow in and to flow towards who they want them to go to. There is a definite connection. So whether this is your Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, if you have a Scorpio in your circle, or if you're meeting a Scorpio for the first time, or newly meeting a Scorpio, there is a definite love connection. And this Ace of Pentacles indicates this is a really good connection. So if you're asking, should I do this or not, the answer is absolutely yes. These are really good, strong foundational seeds for a really beautiful future. Now, it could be an earth sign that Scorpio is merging with or meeting. It doesn't have to be. It could be another water sign, because these are all water signs. A lot of deep emotions, but a lot of actual knowing that this is the right thing. There's no questions, there's no second guessing. This is a lot of deep knowing. Scorpio, I love this. I love reading, and I usually don't do love readings. But when it's there, this is a love connection for Scorpio. Scorpio. What are you doing? Who are you meeting? Let us know. Inquiring minds, right? Let's go to Sagittarius. Hello, Saggies. How are we? Happy new full moon in Aquarius. Yes. How are our Saggy friends? What does this... So, Aquarians are a little bit of rebellious, and Sagittarius can go right into that. Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So what memories from our past, from your past, Sagittarius, are coming up to guide you into creating a new future? Pages, right? They are, well, considered the messengers, but it's also like youthful energy. So what dreams did you have growing up, or that you've abandoned, that maybe it's time to pick back up on again? What wishes, dreams did you have for yourself? On the root, Queen of Cups. We just had this with Scorpio. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, Sagittarius, this is definitely listen to your intuition. Listen to it. Right? So don't be surprised if memories from your past relationships or past from childhood, right? Let them come in. Like, what were the fun things? Like, what are the things you dreamed about? And why have you cut? Why have you turned a blind eye to that? And why have you not allowed yourself to go back and visit this? This is where your answer lies. This is your answer, Sagittarius, to wherever it is you're going, whatever it is you're doing, lies in the dreams of your past. And even if they were just like little childhood dreams, everything that we need to know about ourselves as adults, if it goes back to when you were a kid, the things that you loved to do, the things that brought you joy, right? We were not, at least in my generation, we were not glued to TVs and tablets and all this other stuff. We were out riding bikes and picking flowers and making beads and stringing necklaces, children of the 60s. We had plans, we had dreams. What were those dreams? And what dreams are starting to come back to you and say, wait a minute, this is a really good foundational point for you to come back to start fresh? Why did you not let yourself follow that? Why did you cut that off? Your intuition is coming in very strongly and it's saying, open yourself up, Sag. Go back. Relive it. See what inspiration it carries for you. Do a meditation. Do some journaling on this, Sag. The answer is right there for you. You just have to open the door and say yes. Or open the portal. The portal to say yes. And we will go into Sagittarius. That is your reading. Let me know, Saggies, how is that resonating for you? Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Let's see what this full moon and Aquarius holds for our Capricorn signs. So let's see what this holds for Capricorn. Queen of Cups. She keeps coming out. Eight of Pentacles. So Capricorn, right? Earth. Very Pentacles, right? Pentacles is your element, or your minor arcana element here. Earth, Pentacles, growth. But you are growing because you are so intuitively guided. You are so open to your intuition that your dreams have no choice but to manifest. Three major arcanas. I mean, really, Capricorn, I'm not surprised. Why would I be surprised? Everything that you want is coming for you. Absolutely. It's kind of like you have the magic touch or the Midas touch, right? And you have no doubt that you can absolutely alchemize and create anything that you want. Although you are an earth sign and you're very grounded and you're very rooted, you also love freedom. You also are very highly connected to your intuition and to the universal forces of God, divine source, whatever it is you want to call it. You absolutely love freedom. And you know abundance. The more resources we have, and this is talking about probably financial abundance, the more resources we have, the more choices we have. the better apt we are to making choices. Because we've set ourselves up, or you've set yourself up to be in a place to live, to have the freedoms, to create the life that you want, because you listened to that intuitive download and you have been very methodical on how you built your life. Everything good is coming to you, Capricorn. This is just wonderful. Three major arcanas. These are very powerful cards. Two major arcanas, I'm sorry, two major arcanas. And Cups and Pentacles. And Cups and Pentacles are absolute balances of each other. Earth and water. So, Capricorn, I love this for you. Oh, I love this. Let us know how this full moon affects you. And we'll go into Aquarius. This is your full moon. This is like absolutely your moon. How are you doing? What does the Aquarius full moon hold for our Aquarian friends? Let's see, shall we? Sorry, that was too many cards. Okay. On the root, you have Knight of Pentacles. So careful planning, right? So let's see for our Aquarius. Two of Swords. Wow, this card is just making its appearance today. You have Two of Cups, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. I don't necessarily feel that this is a love reading. This came out for Scorpio. Two cards of choices. One choice is a good choice, is the right choice. And one card is like we're afraid to make a decision. But you know what to do. Look, and then we have the Seven of Wands on the bottom. So we have the Knight of the King of Pentacles rather, and the Knight of Pentacles. So slow moving, right? And Aquarius is an air sign, not quite so slow moving. So sometimes we feel like we're stuck making a decision because things are moving slow, but sometimes slow is better. Sometimes maybe you need to let yourself be closed off a little bit, or put yourself into like she looks like she's in like a snow globe, right? Or like a little bubble. Maybe you need to let yourself kind of, I don't know if it was shut down or just back away a little bit. And just let the energy carry you. It's hard. It's hard for like, especially air signs and fire signs to slow down because it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of fast movement. Especially when you get this inspiration and it feels really good. And you know where it's taking you to, right? You know, you have this clear vision. You see the end in sight. Then all of a sudden you're going like, wait a minute. Why am I not moving here? Because it takes time. Anything that is really valid or really important for you, Aquarius, is going to take some time. Slow down. Let the path unfold. One step leads to the next. Let the energies rise you to where you need to be. Do a little meditation, take a step back, and then see what happens. No need to rush. That is our Aquarius, and we will go to our final sign of Pisces. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Let's do this extra shuffle for our Pisces. So how is Pisces? Happy full moon in Aquarius. Happy August. Today is August 4th that I am filming this, so it'll be out in time before the full moon. But let's see what this holds for our Piscean friends. The full moon in Aquarius. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. I don't know why these cards, same cards keep coming out. But again, Pisces, right? Pisces, Scorpions, so the most psychic, probably the two most psychic signs of the zodiac. So you know the path is already laid out for Pisces. There's too many cards. These downloads are actually opening you up to a place of being, too many cards, to a place of being peaceful. You're not feeling rushed. You're not feeling overwhelmed. I feel like there's a sense of confidence coming in for our Pisces friends. Nine of Cups. And another card that has made its way into the readings. Yeah. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. I feel like this is where you started from. And again, I read these cards intuitively, so it doesn't always matter what order they come out in. Some people say yes, I say I have to read them intuitively. I feel like this is where you're coming from, Pisces, or what you've been through. You've been through a place where you did not know, or you were not sure, like, how am I going to make this work? Or I think this is a financial thing, like, am I going to have enough money coming in? Then you get these downloads and you go, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I know. And all of a sudden this surge of confidence comes your way. It's confidence and calmness. And Pisces tend to be very calm anyway. Or they show their calmness on the outside. Sometimes they're not quite so calm on the inside though. But this confidence and calmness is coming to you. And in the process, look at this, like ultimate freedom. I feel like this is the financial freedom for our Pisces friends. And you've been working, I almost want to say you've been working hard for a while, blocking your abundance. And that is clearing. Because you have this absolute download. Pisces, your abundance is coming in. This is financial abundance, stability, again, calmness, clarity, stability, ease, comfort, and complete fulfillment. This is something you're creating for yourself. This is not from an outside source. You are allowing yourself to receive what it is you need to find these comforts. And again, Capricorn had the Eight of Pentacles, where when we have resources, then we have more, the ability to make more choices when we have the resources available to us, when we open ourselves up or move our life in the direction of making decisions to have these resources. And you're moving into that direction as well. You're allowing these resources to come to you, Pisces. And maybe because you're the last sign of the zodiac, and like you felt like you had to wait your turn. But your turn is here, Pisces. Your turn is here. So everyone, that is your reading for the full moon in Aquarius. If there's questions, put them in the comments. If you want a private reading based around your personal situation, just send me an email or leave a note in the comments. I'll be happy to reach out and we'll get you on the books. And until next time, enjoy the full moon, enjoy the energies. Retrogrades are here, but it's a good thing. Always sending you light and love.